What's going on, everybody? Man, it's the basketball show, man. It's what you all been waiting for. We appreciate that everybody that's tuned in on this Thursday evening. I see we got like 20, it's 20 in right now. If you're on you, well, 19 now. If you're on YouTube, definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe. And get active in the comments. And if you're anywhere else, I'm saying, tap into the comments too, and we will get back to you. But I'm not going. I'm saying, I'm not gonna waste no more of y'all time. I'm gonna bring on one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter in the state and the nation. Definitely the best shooter on the south side, East Coweta, you know what I'm saying? Indian senior this year, you know what I'm saying? Doing big things, man, doing things on the OTR circuit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it. So that without that being further ado, we're gonna bring on the start of the show, Harper Rife. You like the intro? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I see you got the hair out, you know what I'm saying? Look like it's been, they wasn't too crazy. It's type of chill, they white t-shirt on, man. You might know something.
Yeah.
100%, man. Before we get into it, bring on my guy, my right hand, my go-to. You know what I'm saying? If you remember that song back in the day, Nigel Wilkins, man. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing? What's going on, Harper?
What's up?
Not much, man. She's tapping in.
Yes, sir.
We got the shoulders out, man. You just leaving the gym, brother?
Something like that, man. You know, hit a little workout, man. Got to stay fit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit older, but, you know, got to make sure I get that work in.
100%. We like that, man. So, like I say, everybody, actually, before I forget, man, let's go ahead and run. Let's go ahead and run the ad. Let me get it on my end because you're not gonna have it. 1 second, everybody. Gotta get this tight. Big dog, let me share my screen one time, man. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta acknowledge our sponsor, man. You know what I'm saying, for investing in us and giving us the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, just get a little conversation before we do. But nonetheless, here we go. Hey, are you an athlete that needs some help in recruiting and wants to get out there, get some exposure, and be tapped in and aligned with college coaches from NAI to D2, HBCU, all the way to the D1 level? Well, look no further, man. Tap into a powerful life where you can become a part of the family and get empowered, poured into mentally, physically, and spiritually on and off the court. Hit that link below and tap in and get some exposure and be empowered for life. There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the powerful life. You know what I'm saying? E4L. You can definitely tap in and get empowered for life by hitting this link, you know what I'm saying, in the bio or down below, man. Get poured to mentally, physically, and spiritually, and get your child or you, the athlete themselves, some exposure. So, man, back to the man of the hour, brother. You know what I'm saying? Did you train today, brother? Just walk me through. You know what I'm saying? How was today, man?
Yeah, we had a little workout with the team, you know, in the morning at 6 a.m. before school, and then after that, just got some food and then went to school. You know, not much today. You know, just a preseason day.
Okay. Got some comments here, man. Vincent Brooks, look at Harper, man. It's so inspirational. I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm Brax. Yo, Harp. This is Braylon. Okay, so I'm Brazy. I'm Brazy in the comments. The Georgia Bomber. I think that's a perfect period. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you see that in the bottom. That's how you get into a power fly. But let's go back to the Georgia Bomber, man. I've heard that name a couple times now, man. How did you get this name?
I actually got it from Coach Maxwell. You know, he always talks about how every time I shoot, it's like bombs coming down. So he started calling me the Georgia Bomber. And, you know, that's how it came to be.
That's how it came to be. Now, when did you start knocking down shots consistently, or were you in middle school, elementary?
It was probably in middle school because I started training more in 6th grade to like work on the techniques of my shot. So after that, it was kind of getting more consistent. That's when I started making shots more. You know.
Okay. Well, so in your opinion, what does it take to be? What does it take to have a good shot? You know, I ain't got to take your elbow. You got to have a good base, but from your experience, you know what I'm saying? What does it take for you?
I feel like it's not really a specific technique to say. It's just the technique that feels comfortable for you and the technique that you've gotten the most reps in. So if you like to shoot with the ball up here, then you need to shoot like that. Whatever is comfortable for you, you just need to practice that as much as you can, and that's just how you become good.
I like that, brother. Couple more before I pass it to Naj. You're a shooter, but you know, so you're labeled as a shooter, but I know that you're more than a shooter. You know what I'm saying? I've watched you play, you got some great crafty out the dribble. But from your assessment, you know what I'm saying, what type of player are you?
I think I'm a scorer, and I can play make the here and there, but I feel like I'm more of a shooting guard, scoring guard, that can shoot, and then when they play up, I can go by, get to the rim, play make, finish, do all that. I feel like I'm 3-level scorer. That's what I think I am.
Not definitely a 3-level scorer. And if you ain't careful, you know what I'm saying, you got caught looking on the help side, you will get dunked on. You know, so definitely got that in his game. The last thing before I throw it to Naj, man, just when you're on the basketball court, you know what I'm saying, what type of emotions do you feel? You know what I'm saying? What does the game do for you?
Man, I feel like it just takes me away from all the issues, all the problems in life, everything that's going on. Once you step in the gym, start putting shots up, it just clears your mind from everything. And, I feel like it's a refresher a lot of the times. Like sometimes if I'm not having a great day or something's going on, go to the gym and put up some shots. It just clears my mind, and it's just basketball, man. It's a great sport.
Therapeutic almost.
Yeah.
When you first put up that shot, when you first step on the court, like when do you kind of lose yourself and just love the game?
For me, it's once I start getting the sweat going. So whether that's like just getting up some shots, sometimes I'll use like a trash can or a cone or something to do dribble moves and all that, you know. But yeah, it's just kind of like getting up a sweat for a game is totally different. Game days that starts right after school. We get in the gym right after school, get shots up, all that, and as soon as you get out on that court, you see the fans, the crowd, hear the music, all that. It just it's a crazy feeling.
100%. Go ahead, Nash.
Talk about a little bit of Harper just playing for Coach Maxwell, man. Obviously, he's a great head coach at East Coweta. You guys always have a really good basketball program, but what is it like playing up under him and being able to learn from him?
Oh yeah, he's a really good coach, and not just a coach for basketball, but I feel like he's an amazing coach for life. He teaches us a lot of things about being a man, taking care of a family, getting a job, like things outside of basketball. I feel like he does a really good job of teaching us that and making it known to us and kind of molding us as men, and then he brings us together. Like it's a real tight bond with this whole team. And I feel like outside of basketball, he does a lot of great things for the program and for all me and my teammates,
For sure. And then I want to go back to this off season. Obviously, basketball season is right around the corner. We know we're finna hit September, and then October is going to be here. But wanted to ask you a little bit, just what did you work on the most? We know you're a scoring guard. We know that you can shoot the lights out. But what did you work on most to kind of make sure this is the best senior year you can have?
I trying to get in the weight room some more, get some more muscle on, and then kind of just learning how to lead. I feel like that's the thing I've been trying to work on the most, is just figuring out how to be that top guy and trying to lead the team, and figuring out what to do, what not to do, how to talk to guys, how not to talk to guys. I feel like that's the biggest thing that I've been trying to learn right now.
And going and navigating through that process, what do you think is the biggest thing you learn about yourself, trying to, like you said, be a leader and help out the guys?
I think I can be emotional at times, but I'm getting to there where I'm starting to control it, and I feel like that's the thing that is going to make me go from a good leader to a great leader, is be able to keep myself composed. Because if I can keep myself composed, then I can keep my teammates around me composed.
100%. Harper, let's break down your game a little bit more. Like, what do you bring to the defensive side of the ball? What kind of a player are you on that end?
I feel like I'm a great help defender. I'm an okay on-ball defender. I can definitely get better at that. but I feel like in the help side, I'm pretty good at that, and I'm really good talking, you know. And then I feel like I can use my athleticism to get rebounds at times, you know, if it's not the big or if it's not the forwards. And then once I get it, we out and we get into our offensive game.
And I want to break that down a little bit too. You talked about kind of being out. So for you, are you a player that you like to push in transition, get easy buckets, or you like to spot up? You like to create off the dribble? Like, talk about that aspect of your game as well.
I really like if I'm getting a rebound, I'm going because I think if we can get it down and get an easy bucket, you know, that just demoralizes the team a little bit. But when we get into the half court set, at times I'll run the one, you know, if like some of my other teammates got it going, then I'll run the one, make sure like maybe David is scoring or Jadon scoring. But if I'm going, then I'm getting the ball and I'm shooting it.
100%. So Harp, how do you balance the two, right? How do you go, hey, I need to go get my teammates involved on this possession, or let's get them a bucket going. Let me run the one compared to, like you said, I'm finna shoot it. I'm finna get myself going too. How do you balance both of those?
I feel like when I sometimes I come out and I try to, you know, a lot of times, especially over the summer, I've been coming out throwing it to David a lot because it's times where they just can't guard him. He can get easy 8 points in the first quarter just off that block. And so once they start packing in the paint, that just opens everything for me. And same with Jadon. Jadon can go downhill. He's so athletic. He can get to the basket, finish with any hand, and sometimes he'll go up and he just puts the ball up and it goes in every single time, and you don't even know how he makes it. So it's just when I get my teammates involved, then it just opens up for me, and then I can play my game.
And speaking of, obviously, talking about Jadon, I was talking about both of your teammates. Who are some guys, man, we should watch out for, including yourself, this upcoming year for East Coweta?
Yeah, David Askew, he's a dog in the paint. Like he's when you think about a tough big, like a mentally tough big, you don't think about David. He gonna fight for everything, and yeah, he's just a real dog. He got a really good post game, and he got a good midi going. And then Jadon, he's like our do it all guy. Like he can finish, he can shoot, he can defend, he can run the one at times. Like he he rebounds. I think he's probably during the summer he averaged like 20 and 10, and he would get about five offensive rebounds a game and putbacks. So he's just our do it all guy. Like if Jadon's on the court, we have a better chance of winning. And then Mamadou Cisse, he's a junior, and this is his first year playing real varsity, but he's a true point guard. Like when you look at a true point guard, one that's gonna get everybody involved and lead the team, that's Mamadou. He's gonna get he's gonna get downhill, make the right play, and if you back up, he gonna hit the mid range every time. So those are the three guys, in my opinion, though, that are gonna be on the lookout a lot for this year.
Got you. No, that's what I thought about the Bacon. I want to ask you just, I know you shoot the ball a lot. I know you get shots up. How many shots on average would you say you shoot a day, or just when you're working out and you're getting your shots up?
If I'm on the gun, I usually get up 250 to 300 shots in about an hour. And if I'm by myself, I can get up about 150 shots, and that's just game shots like off the dribble, coming off of a cone, all that type of stuff.
Going back to you, Bacon.
What's been something that you've added to your game this offseason?
I think I've added my like slashing ability. I think I put that more into my game. Whereas last year I was kind of just I could slash, but I was just more of a shooter. Now I'm looking to go downhill, and if you step back, then I'm going to shoot it, or I'm getting you on an island and trying to get downhill. But if you not really going, then I'm gonna just step back and hit the shot.
All right, so you know what I'm saying. Say Davis guarding you in practice. You know what I'm saying. With the mentality you have now, what's something you're doing to just to get involved, get in. You know what I'm saying. Get in rhythm early. You know what I'm saying. Trying to be in backdoor cut. You know what I'm saying. Trying to come off curl for a mid range three. What you trying to do?
Probably come off a curl. We ran this play a lot last year where I would come off of a down screen and get a shot, and so I feel like I'm a lot comfortable coming off going to that mid range spot because for that's like a layup for me. So I can shoot that and get myself into rhythm, and then I can start stepping back out to the 3 point line and the volleyball
That's where the magic happens.
line. Yeah.
This year, senior, you know what I'm saying, had a lot of responsibilities on you last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you're probably going to be short a lot more to scoring load this year. Had multiple 20-point games.
Mhm.
Can we see a couple 30s, 35 outings from Harper Reed this year?
Oh yeah. You already know. Hey, maybe a 40 point game. You never know. It's just if a there's some nights where it just feels like I can't miss. And so now that I have the slashing ability going downhill more and getting to that free throw line, it's no telling what I'm be doing.
What's the best shooting performance you've had, man? Just out of curiosity.
Um, well, it's 2 games. We played in Myrtle Beach, and it was 2 games on a Saturday. The first game, I hit 9 threes and had 34 points. And then the second game, I hit 8 threes in the first half and finished with 10 threes and had 30 points.
Sheesh. Good Lord. Boy, sniping. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Brother can shoot, man. That's why I say one of the best shooters out, man. I am blacks. It get real when Braylon got him in practice. Shout out to Bray, man. Well, let's go here, man. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off of OV, not an official, unofficial visit, Columbus State, man. Just kind of walk us through how that was, man.
Oh, yeah, it was great. We walked through the campus, seen the dorms, all the classes. It was a really nice campus, kind of tucked in together. Usually if you just go into the gym and you're not going to see it, but it's a really nice and pretty big campus. Got a lot of resources for everything. And then sat down, with Coach Moore and watched their practice. It was a really, intense practice with a lot of competition and very intense on defense. That's what I've noticed. And it was just really cool seeing like a college practice up close. It's kind of giving me like a heads up on what to expect on that first day.
Is it similar to what Coach Maxwell runs, or is it totally different?
No, it was pretty similar. It's a lot of 5-on-5, structured scrimmages and full court drills. A lot of stuff that we do with Maxwell and the conditioning too. The conditioning with Maxwell, it's not gonna be it's gonna be worse, but it's not gonna be like crazy. Like it's not like I'm gonna be walking into something that I'm not prepared for.
100%. I got you. And I know when you was watching the practice, like everybody else, you watching a couple of the guys. Nah, I think I can cook him to yourself. So did you have that moment?
Yeah, I always feel confident in myself that I can go out and be better than the guys on the court. But I think for me, one of the biggest things, I feel like the skill part of the game is kind of, it's like half of the game. I think a big part is the experience. And when you have that experience, like, oh, this guy's going to do this to me when I come off of this screen, or when I come down and see this defense, I know what to do. It just makes it a lot easier. Like when I was in 10th grade playing on varsity, it felt like the game was so fast. Everybody was just a lot bigger, and I just didn't really know what to expect. But coming into my senior year, I went through 2 years of varsity basketball, and I feel a lot more confident in my abilities to play.
Yeah, I agree. I remember watching you, but you definitely just look. Yeah, I saw the biggest jump last year. Obviously, what I'm saying, it was a big year for you last year. But even watch you play for the Georgia Knights. We want to get to that in a second. But before we get back to that, I just want to ask a couple more questions about the visit. Just can you see yourself there? So how was the talk with Coach Moore? I'm saying, do you feel like you fit into the scheme at Columbus State?
Oh yeah. He said he gonna let me, he gonna let me play my game, let me shoot. So I feel like that's really what I like to hear. Because
Mhm.
if like I feel like Maxwell was getting to that point. Well, he got to that point last year where if I'm catching at the volleyball line and you ain't got a hand up, I'm gonna shoot it. So if I can do that, then I feel like I think I fit there.
100%, 100%. All right, there it is by Columbus State, man. What was I get ready to say? Well, let's go Georgia Knights. It'll come back to me. Georgia Knights, you don't play on, you know what I'm saying, USSB, EYBL, or UA, but that's definitely not a slight, you know what I'm saying, any independent teams, because y'all do play every year in North Carolina, as well as many other places, I'm saying, in Atlanta and Lake Point. But just playing independent, man, this what's your opinion, how's your experience being playing independent? You still play against killers, so just how's it been for you?
Oh yeah, it's it was a great experience for me, because Coach Stroud, he doesn't run for anybody, so he'll put us up against the best teams in the tournament. I remember one tournament we played Team School. We weren't even supposed to play them, but he just put us in that game, and so he'll put us in against all of the best teams in the tournaments and give us that exposure, and also kind of just makes us better playing against those great teams and all that. But yeah, it was a really great experience for 5, 6 years that I had with them. So yeah, I really appreciate everything they did for me.
100%. What about playing on the circuit better prepares you for playing during the school season?
I feel like it helps me work on my game a lot, and because like AAU it's not really as structured as high school basketball, so you can kind of get your rocks off a little bit, but it just kind of makes me a better individual basketball player so that I can fit with the team and then help the team become a better team together.
100%. Now, what's the biggest growth? You know what I'm saying? You think confidence, seeing the floor better?
I think probably confidence and experience because I've gotten a lot, way more confident than I was even last year. Like you can ask my teammates, we be in scrimmages, open runs. They be trying to double team me. I'm still killing them, and I be talking crazy the whole time. But I think it's the confidence part that is is taking me to another level because now it just feels like I can do anything on the court and nobody can stop me.
Nah, no doubt. And I know you get a lot of your game from your pops. Pops was a killer back in there from what he tell me, you know what I'm saying? Playing not overseas. You know what I'm saying? Just how much has his influence and molded your game to what it is now.
Um, he's done a lot for me in all the years that I've been playing. Always pushing me and kind of not really going easy on me. But I feel
Yeah.
like that helped me a lot because it kind of like now when we're in practice and coach starts going off on me, it doesn't phase me because I've been seeing that since I was in like third, fourth grade. And then also just the his similar player type where he was a shooter as well. So he kind of taught me how to shoot from scratch and teaches every time if I'm like missing in a game, he'll tell me like get my elbow in or I'm not flicking my wrist. Like he'll tell me the things and get me mentally back locked into my shot. And so I feel like with him, he does a lot and he's helped me grow from where I was when I was a kid all the way up until now.
So Pops still putting that weight on you in the post, man. You still letting Pops beat you over the head.
Yeah, sometimes.
He still getting there with the sideline. Shout out to you. 100%. I'm gonna throw it back to you, Nash.
Yeah, man. So, oh, we gotta bring up this comment too.
Oh,
So, low Mac said, "I'll be boxing you, bro." So what's your reaction to that, man?
Man, I don't think he's beat me in a 1-on-1 yet. So
Wow.
hey, but Marcus, he's a really good defender. He's probably our defensive leader on the team. He's another one who's just a dog on the court. Like he'll do whatever it takes to win. And not to like bash him, but he's not the greatest offensive player. But on that defensive end, he's gonna lock anybody down. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter if you a guard. It don't matter if you a big. It don't matter if you a 5 star. It don't matter if you a 4 star. He going at you the whole time, and he gonna make it be known that he's there.
I respect that mentality, man. Not everybody has that anymore. Okay. All right. So a little bit on Marcus. Let me ask you this: what goals do you have for yourself this season?
Um, for me, I want to be a region player of the year, and
Mm.
also I want to just lead my team farther than where we went last year. Like in my head, my goal is I think we can win a ring this year, and so I'm just trying to get our team together, and I'm trying to lead this team to be as great as we possibly can. And so I feel like my personal goal is making the team better so that we can win more.
100%. Obviously, we talked about your game. Is there anybody you aspire to? Anybody you like to watch yourself? YouTube highlights. You like to add bits and pieces to your game.
Yeah, I like to watch, Stephen Curry. I've been watching him since ever. And then I'll be watching Rob Dillingham a lot too, since like my freshman year.
What you like about Rob's game?
And he's he can just shift anybody on the court, and he can get to anywhere he wants. And it's just his shiftiness. When if I can get myself like that paired along with my shooting, I feel like there's no way that anybody's gonna be able to guard me.
100%. Who's maybe one of the toughest guys you've ever went against?
So probably Trey Keith at Tri Cities.
Really, that's tough.
Because yeah, he's a big guard, and he has that mentality where he's not gonna let anybody, like he's gonna let you know that when he's giving you work. So I think he's probably one of the better guys that I've guarded.
When you're going up against just big guards in general, what's the formula? Maybe you might not shut them down, but what's the formula to slow them down and just make it tough for them?
Probably just trying to get low and get up under them, because if I can get lower than them, and they trying to dribble, and I'm down there, then it kind of just makes it harder for them. And then also just being as physical as I can, because big guards like to be really physical. And I had a lot of my 10th grade year, I had a lot of time guarding Carby Martin, so it kind of just gave me a really it kind of made me better at guarding bigger guards, because when I would guard him, he'd use his body a lot and be physical. So I kind of just went against that every day in practice, and so it kind of made me a little bit better at doing that.
Got you. Going back to this summer and obviously in some of the spring, just talk about some of the showcases you played in. Obviously, with your AAU team.
We played in Rock Hill one tournament, which was really good tournament. I think I had 23 in the first game and 28 in the second. And the tournament we won in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and that was a really good tournament. Quez Williams got the MVP, and I got the co-MVP. So it was, I think, all year it was just a really good. It's like we had a lot of exposure for the whole team, just because we had a pretty good team, and we would win games, and we would beat good teams. So I feel like it just it put us on those floors in front of those coaches and gave us a lot of exposure.
100%. In terms of your journey, just AAU, would you change anything? Do you feel like it went the way it was supposed to go? Just your overall thoughts on AAU, just helping out young athletes like yourself.
No, I don't think I would change anything. I think my journey, it I mean, I put in a lot of work, and I put in a lot of time and effort. So I feel like where I'm at now is where I'm supposed to be. And I wouldn't want to change anything that I had in those times with AAU, because, it's just a lot of memories that go all the way back to third, fourth grade. So I wouldn't want to change any of that.
Got you. I want to talk a little bit more about just shooting and get your overall thoughts on it. What's easier to shoot? Is it a catch and shoot? Is it a curl off the screen? Or is it off the dribble in your eyes?
Um, that kind of depends on the spot on the floor. For me,
Hmm.
if it's on if it's on the wings, the catch and shoot is a lot easier. At the top of the key, probably off the dribble, but everywhere else probably catch and shoot.
Gotcha. What's your thoughts on the corner shot?
Well, we practice it a lot. Maxwell, we practice it a lot because he wants us to get into that corner at all games. So I feel like it's it can be a tough shot to hit, especially if you're deep in the corner. But if you get into that corner every time, it spreads the defense and it makes them have to spread more. And it just opens like last year. If I'm hitting shots in the corner, it just spreads the defense and it lets Quez go downhill and do whatever he needs to do. But there'll be times where hit that backboard sometimes, you know.
It's like you got to get it just right.
Yeah.
Right. One last one I throw back to Bacon. I wanted to ask you just talk about working on the slashing component of your game to make it easier so you get to the charity stripe. Can you talk about that? Just sometimes that's a lost art, I feel like, in the game a little bit. A lot of people like to shoot, but let's say you have an adversity in the game, you're not shooting the way you want to. Why that's so important to kind of draw that contact, see the ball go through the net to be able to help you out.
Yeah, because when you get to that line and you get your shots and you see it go through, it's kind of like doing form shots before a workout. So if you get to there, let's say you go to the free throw line twice and you get 4 free throws and you can get your rhythm back, then you can start stepping back and hitting shots. And it kind of just makes, since you got so much time at the free throw line, you're so open, you can really work on your techniques and get them back right.
Boom. I want to ask you about a young guard, young backcourt mate, Jevin Finley. Coach Maxwell talked very high about him, about just his mentality. So, what have you seen in Jevin that makes him special?
He's really athletic for being in ninth grade. He can already dunk. He can jump higher than probably all of the guys on my ninth grade team. So I haven't really seen a lot of him yet, but I can tell just based off his size and his athleticism, and I'm pretty sure he can shoot pretty well. He's gonna be really good.
What are your expectations from him for this upcoming season?
They probably gonna be a really good team depending on what they have around him. But for him, he's probably gonna average about like 20 and 10 because he's so big. He can run the 4 and he can score at the 4 and then also get rebounds, putbacks. He can do all of it.
There you have it. Quez left last year. That's a big loss from last year. Who do you feel like somebody is going to step into that role, like you said, driving out the dribble? You know what I'm saying? That's somebody. Oh no, you say shooting from the corner that opens up, like you said, for Quez. But who is going to be somebody that not only fills his role, but somebody that you can that you're stretching the floor for, if that makes sense?
Definitely Jadon. He's our main driver, and then we had another slasher, Jordan Stinson. He's super athletic, and so once he gets down there, he can finish pretty well. And if you get caught, he gonna dunk on you. So, but it also opens it up for David in the middle because he likes to get the ball at the high post and go to work. So if I can stretch the floor for everybody else, I feel like the rest of the team, even Marcus and Mamadou, everybody can go downhill and get to the basket. So, yeah.
All right. So man, don't get upset, brother. I wouldn't be doing my journalism thing if I didn't ask you the question. Talk about going to state. You know what I mean? I feel like I got a good chance. You know, it's going to be a big game before that. Last year, you know, so at the line at home versus Noonan. Missed a couple of free throws, you know what I'm saying? That was very costly. Have you gotten over that? You know what I'm saying? How have you just blocked it out your mind going into this year to lock down those free throws this time?
Oh, man. I can't tell you how many free throws I shot after that. It was a lot. But, I feel like I've gotten over that, but I haven't forgotten it. It's still in the back of my mind. And every time, you know, now I know what to expect because that was one of the most highest pressure moments of my whole career. Like you talking about like 4,500 people in the stands and half of them are booing for me to miss. So it was just a crazy feeling at the moment. And yeah, it was just, I feel like I can take that and learn from that and learn to handle that pressure. And next time I'm gonna hit them.
What would you do differently if you go back? Other than obviously make the shot, but what would you do differently? Just your approach to the line beforehand, we all in the huddle.
Yeah, I think I got to the line and I was just thinking about it way too much. Like I got at the line and stared at the rim for like 15 seconds. So I feel like I kind of just overwhelmed myself for the moment. So I think next time I probably walk off the line, talk to a teammate, look around, kind of just remind myself that even though there's all these people in the stands, it's all this pressure, it's just a free throw and it's just a basketball game. So I feel like that's what I would do different.
Great answer, brother. Definitely looking forward to that moment. Couple questions. We'll wrap it up and let you get on your way, man. Just what are you doing? In your community, it could just be giving back to the younger players. You know what I mean? Just what are you doing to kind of give back?
I'll be at the Y a lot playing with some of the younger guys, some of the guys that go to the school that may not be on the team. And I kind of, I go around and play at court sometimes and just hoop with people that I usually want to hoop with. I feel like it kind of brings me closer. I get to know more people in the basketball community in the area, just going to those courts and going at the Y and hooping with everybody. And so yeah, I just whenever I go to the Y, I try to play as many pickup games as possible.
In what ways has the game changed since you were elementary and middle school to now?
Well, it's a lot more discipline and attention to detail, especially at this level. And so I feel like that's probably what's changed the most. And for me, it's probably just been, I feel like it's just been a lot of growth, like over the years with just as much basketball I've gone through. I've seen a lot of different things, a lot of ways to win, a lot of ways to lose, a lot of ways to get to the basket, a lot of ways to get my shots off. It's just a lot of growth since third grade. Been like 10, 11 years playing basketball now.
All right, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Why should they come see Harper Reef in the Thrower Gymnasium or any other gymnasium in the stands and in the state?
Thank you.
No, I'm saying, why should they come see
you? Why should they come see me? Oh yeah, okay. I'm put on a show, especially if I start making shots. I might come down one game, shoot it from half. Like you never know. And get on a fast break. If I'm feeling myself, I might pull something out, do something crazy on the rim. So I'm gonna put on a show for the fans, and especially I think the team we have this year, it's just gonna be every game is gonna be a fun game. Even if it's a tight game or if it's a blowout, every game is gonna be a fun game with a bunch of lobs, a bunch of threes, everything.
Nah, I ain't like you talking about shit from half, Coach Max. Coach Max is definitely relaxed for everybody there, though, man. But brother, we appreciate you coming on. Stop letting Pops get you with that lean back, brother. You know what I'm saying? Put that in the It's 2025. It's a different time. I'm about to go off to college.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Keep doing your thing. We'll see you soon, man.
Appreciate you.
Sir. Appreciate you coming on.
There you have it, folks, man. All right. Jim gonna be rocking for sure, man. Definitely, man. We'll see what y'all boys talking about. I got high expectations. Love Mac. Mac again. It's gonna be a show every trip, every time, brother. It goes down the door. It goes down in Coweta County for sure. But brother, just what you think about Hart, man? I know you know what I'm saying. Just like me, you see a lot of hoopers, watch a lot of interviews, watch a lot of film. Just what you think about the young man?
Once together put young man, I would say very confident. But a good confidence though, like confidence in all the work that he's been able to put in. Watch a little bit of his highlight tape. Really, really elite shooter and scorer of the basketball, man. So that's gonna help them out a lot. And I like how with Coach Maxwell, everybody has a role, right? Nobody is, playing out of their role, right? Like Marcus, he's going to defend it on a high level. They can give the ball down to David, ask him, allow him to dominate on the blocking in the paint. You got your sniper short in there and your scorer and obviously Harper. So I feel like the pieces around this team is going to really make them a tough team to beat. You know what I'm saying? This upcoming season. But I think Harper, like just the steps he's taking forward, right?
getting into the paint now, right? Slashing more, not just being a shooter, but being able to put the ball on the floor, getting to the rim, getting the free throws. If his shot's not going, he knows what to do now, right? Being able to be a good help defender. And I think just continuing to add different pieces to his game, I think he'll be a fun show to watch this year.
Nah, absolutely. But I know you used to have a little Jimmy back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? He's watching his film. You say, yeah, man, that's how I used to play back in the day. Did you say that?
Nah, not with his level, man. He's a little bit more of a sniper extraordinaire than I was, man. I was about a solid 50. I
Hey,
love the paint beast, you know what I'm saying? I could shoot it a little bit, but I was more so getting to the rim, letting the shot, and then going inside out, not outside in.
yeah, he was a paint beast, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's getting to the rim, you know what I'm saying? Layups, floaters, mid-range shots, stuff like that.
You had a little floater?
Yeah, a little float, you know what I'm saying? Left hand float, right hand float.
Straight a game.
You know what I'm saying? A little something slight.
I like that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
How long? Let's see, 8:45. So we got time. Well, till Josiah Billups taps in.
Mm-hmm. He's supposed to come 8:45, so
All
should
right.
be joining soon.
Well, until then, man, we're gonna talk about AJ Williams takes an official. Was it official or unofficial? I think it was I'll say unofficial. Takes an unofficial to Duke, man. I wanted to get your thoughts on that, brother.
Well, quickly we after this, I think Josiah is good to go. All right, I think it's big for him. We talked to Coach Maxwell about him a little bit, and what would be the next phase and part of his game. But to already be visiting Duke this early says a lot, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see like what 2028, 27s, 29s potentially, like who's gonna be where for those game day events or game day visits, right? When Auburn plays Bama or Duke is playing North Carolina or those marquee matchups, will those recruits be in attendance? But that's good. I mean, like I said, he already has that early interest. He's going to continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? And, it just shows how elite of a ball player he is. Number one player in the country for a reason. But definitely think he's a guy already has attention to Coach John Shire. We know what they want to recruit. He's a big body wing/guard, could do a little bit of everything. Why not go ahead and get that early look at him one-on-one, have him practice, see what he can do a workout, all that good stuff.
Yeah, real quick before we bring Josiah on, yeah, I agree. I mean, Duke, the name speaks for itself. That's probably one of the most recognizable brands in college basketball. And, AJ Williams has set himself on the platform to be one of the most recognizable faces. It's brought a lot of prominence back to the Georgia Stars program. So, no surprise here. We'll see where he ends up going. But nonetheless, like you said, it's a great start to his early recruitment.
For sure. And I think we got brother ready, Josiah from Baldwin. So let's bring him on. It's a little blurry, my guy. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, yeah, he's good.
It's still blurry?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
You might have to wipe your camera, maybe.
It's still blurry.
Mm-hmm.
I like the camera.
What you think, Bacon?
The
interview him in this blur, you can't even see him.
True. You want to just roll? Do you have a laptop that you can try? If not, we could just roll like this if you feel comfortable with it.
No, I don't have no laptop. I just got a phone.
Which one? You on iPhone, Android?
Well, I'm on my mom's phone because my Twitter account connected to hers.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, gotcha.
Just roll like this.
All right, man. I feel bad, but all right, we'll just roll it like that, man. But Joe, so I want you to just talk a little bit about, man, just your basketball journey, man. We wanted to highlight you today, man. Just talk about where your love for the sport came from.
It was basically it came from my cousin. I was trying to follow his journey. He had leukemia, and he had died, and I just wanted to keep that legacy going because I really felt a love for the game when I was little. Ever since I picked up the basketball, I just knew that's what I wanted to do, and I joined be the first one in the family to go pro to better bigger things.
100%. And then talk a little bit about, man, how your summer's been, man. What you've been working on the most this offseason to improve to be ready for the season.
Well, I know my coach, he said he thought it would be best if I just stay in the gym and just train. So I set out for this AU season. I didn't hoop for no AU team the whole summer. I just trained all summer. And I've just been training, preparing to get ready for the season.
On average, man, how many shots you was getting up?
I get like probably like 400, 500 shots.
It's not bad. All right.
That's
I
tough.
got getting it in. And then when you was getting your shots up, you kind of like there's different drills you can do, right? Just shots, you can get the shots up and go follow the shot, or you have a gun. Like when you were shooting those 400, 500 shots, or did you have somebody rebound for you?
Sometimes I have to rebound for me. Sometimes I be shooting off the gun.
Got you. Okay. All right. And then let me ask you this, Joe. Just what's kind of your drive and your motivation, man? Why do you do what you do? Why is basketball kind of that thing for you? Why is it your motivation? You're one of your drivers.
Well, I can say, when I plan to make it, when I do make it pro, I plan to give back to my community and give out to the homeless, like I always been wanting to do ever since I was little.
If you can, just share that a little bit. Sometimes people will get big and they forget about community. Why is community so important to you? Why do you want to give back and help others?
Because I feel like the people that was in my community, they helped me to get where I want to be. So I have to give back and give them a thank you. Why? Thank you for giving me where I was trying to go. Okay, you can't forget where you came from.
100% agree with you, brother. Let me ask you this: how excited are you for this opportunity with Baldwin?
Wait, can you repeat that question for me? And when
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How excited are you for this new opportunity that you're going to have this season with your team?
I'm very excited. I feel like we're a state team. I really feel confident about our team. Everybody gelling well. Everybody playing good. I feel like we just got a great season coming ahead of us.
For sure. What's been one of your favorite moments you think on the basketball court?
Really just having fun, but bringing the energy to the team, making everybody want to play defense, and just driving my teammates and just making them want to play the game of basketball.
Are you that kind of like that rah energy kind of guy, or you just kind of lead by example?
I'm that kind of guy, bringing that rah-rah.
Gotcha. For you, have you always had it even as a kid playing the game, or did you kind of like just naturally kind of morph into that role?
That was always me.
Wow. Okay. I respect that. All right. And then for you, I'm going to pick your brain. What do you think it takes to be an elite player? Not just at the high school level, but just in general. What are some qualities, some characteristics, some things you got to have at your disposal to be elite?
Well, I feel like to be an elite player, you got to be consistent. You got to always be in the gym. You have to work really, really hard. You just can't work when you feel like it, or just sometimes you have to always be in the gym and just work real hard. And if you know what you want, you got to go get it.
100%. Now, I heard you've been doing your thing. You're starting to pick up a little bit in the recruitment. Just talk about some of these showcases, some of these camps that you got coming up where a lot of eyes are going to be on you, where you can start getting more offers coming in.
Well, I got a camp coming up at Gardnerville. I got a Allen State Classic to go to that I got invited to. And I have some more colleges that I'm supposed to be visiting. But with this journey thing, I feel like I just want to show people why they should overlook small guards and just show them who I am. And small girls deserve to have some type of respect.
For sure. Can you talk about, obviously, about small guys garnering that respect? Can you talk about just how well you perform, Josiah, in those moments, in those pressure-packed moments when your team needs you, whether that's getting a bucket, getting a stop, getting a key critical play?
Basically, I feel like I'm always being a game changer, changing the game. We might be down. I might just get that winning steal and give it to my teammate. We just win the game. It don't have to be me scoring, but me just being able to do the dirty work and be able to help us win the game, or me shooting the last shot, something like that.
Let me ask you this, Josiah. Let's say you're defending a bigger guard, right? We just asked a player this, and it's a little bit of a mismatch. Let's say, he's 6'3" in height compared to your height. How do you go about, what would be your approach to kind of slow him down or be able to affect him in different ways defensively?
I want to activate him as much as possible. try to disturb him, make him lose the ball, really pressure him and be very aggressive.
Got you. Now? I know you have to go within the scheme of whatever your coach calls, but are you a type of player like you like to do full court press, full court traps? Are you a player you like to play the half court defense? If you had to say,
A little bit of both. I feel like as a small guy, you should want to pick up 94 feet. You should be the one that's in shape. You should be the most in shape on the team.
it gets overlooked. So I'm gonna throw after this one, throw the bacon. But just being in shape for basketball, you have to be able to run up and down that court, like you said, 94 feet consistently. Just what do you think is the best way for a guard or just anybody in general to, be prepared, be conditioned for the season so they can be a key contributor for their team?
Well, what I do, I get up 5 in the morning. I run sprints, run. I just do consistently run until I be in shape. Even in the cold, I put on the vest, I run and just try to stay in shape. I jump rope, do everything I can do to stay in shape. Cause like I said, you have to be the most in shape in the team because you're the smallest. So you got coach's attention, do the little things, the small things.
Josiah, I've been scrolling up and down your Twitter, man. One thing that really caught my attention was you had we retweeted a video with DDG, and it said, "Comfort is where dreams go to fade. It's where potential stays hidden." What was a moment for you where you had to step away from comfort and to meet friction to grow into the person you are today?
Well, I think what kind of comes from that. Well, sometimes I get down on myself because like I said, I be getting overlooked, and I haven't had no coach to even look my way. And I be seeing other people on social media, they be getting all they do on offers, and I be like, why me? But I just continue to pray and just keep working harder and harder, and just keep working, keep continue to pray, and just hope things come out how I want them to come out to be.
Well, for sure, things have been turned around for you as of late, right? I know you went to a KSU camp. You know what I'm saying? Just got invited to somewhere else here recently.
Yes, sir. But the reason why I feel like I had to transfer to another school is because I feel like me and the coach had a great connection, and he really pushes me to be a better guard and not just how some coaches don't really care about the players like that, but he really cares for me and put a lot of hard work into me and help me to become the player I want to be, and I need to show that out there on the court.
100%. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Before we move on, we want to show the people your highlight tape, man. Show you why you're explosive and one of the best guards in the state, man.
There.
I think that's big, brother. I think the biggest thing that I took away from those highlights, so obviously you put a lot of energy. I could see a little bit of rah-rah on the court, man, but just being a pest on defense, really knowing how to, frustrate bigger guards, get underneath them and get into them and get tips and pokeaways.
Yes, sir.
So just speak a little bit about just saying, what does it take to be good at defense, and why? You know what I'm saying, that you decide to hang your hat on the defense to kind of saying bring attention to yourself.
I feel like defense is the most part of the game, and for me, I have to be able to play defense real hard to get cost coverage because as at my height, I'm not really gonna get no attention by scoring because everybody can score it and being a one-on-one player. So I feel like me playing defense and just showing coach I can be aggressive. I think that's what helped me be on the floor. I think that's the reason why I'm gonna be on the floor because of my defense.
100%. I think so too. Has there been a moment? Could have been at the GBAC, Georgia Basketball Coaches Association, or any event where a coach, or what I'm saying, has pulled you to your side, man. Hey, man, I really like the way how you play defense. I'm interested. Have you ever ran across a coach like that?
I've got that plenty of times, but I feel like me playing defense, I got that from Patrick Beverly. He really drives me and motivates me to be able to play defense. And everybody tells me that's who I remind them of. So I guess I'm right.
100%. We talked to a smaller guard, man. I think you talked a little bit about it since Nas asked you a question, but the small guard, in your opinion, is not dead in the game of basketball. That we're seeing guys like Victor Wembanyama, 7'4", handling the ball, playing defense, scoring the ball at an elite level. But in your opinion, why is the small guard here to stay?
I feel like small guards, they just very important. They do outstanding things like most big guards they can dunk and do all that, but we just do the little things. The things a coach as just being very coachable. Really, that's what really a small guard is all about. Just being coach. We do the little things and just be that player that your team needs.
I like that. On the court, my friend, on the court, without revealing too much. You know what I'm saying, what's your go-to moves when you're trying to get hot, or when it's an emotional game and you're trying to, I gotta score 30 this game, my team needs me. What's the move that you're doing to get in rhythm early on?
Well, maybe I might get hot by shooting open shots. Just knowing I'm gonna knock that shot down. Basically, I really don't get into that one-on-one or trying to get a move or scoring nobody. I just like to knock down open shots. But if I'm in that mood, I will show you my thing and get into my bag for sure.
You got any favorite spots on the court?
I feel like I can show any spot I can on the court. I really don't have no favorite spot.
Okay, I like that. When you shoot 450, 455 shots a day, you know what I'm saying? You should be. Offensively, who do you model your game afterwards?
I mean, I do watch a lot of NBA basketball, but I feel like Peyton Pritchard, he's a very smooth player. I watch him a good bit. Sometimes I watch his highlights when I'm not doing schoolwork or something. I just go to his highlights on YouTube and just watch him. I feel like I can auto-run my game after him. He just do the basic things. He's not too flashy or anything. He just get it done.
Absolutely. Moving to Millersville, man. Just since you've been up there, what's the about? I mean, we know what type of basketball program that they are, but what's the difference between basketball in Millersville and the basketball in Dublin?
It's way different. Like in Dublin, I feel like they didn't push me hard enough to that really limit. But in Millersville, it's like he pushed me into he can't push me no more. Like he really wants to see you be great. Like I want a coach that really cares for me and he knows what's best for me and can tell me my mistakes and what I'm doing wrong and tell me what I needed to improve on so I could be a better player for myself.
Okay. What's the biggest thing you know what I'm saying improved on this offseason?
I felt like, well, when I first got there, I felt like he improved me mentally. Like he helped me understand the game more. I know he give me players to watch and stuff like that. I never had a coach to do that, so I feel like that's great on his part because I never really had a coach to do stuff for me like that. So I feel like he helped me get prepared mentally and be able to to know what to do in the game or where I'm supposed to be in the game or stuff like that. Having me watch a film and stuff like that. I never had a coach like that.
Okay, well, so watching film more consistently, I know it makes the game easier for you, but in your words, man, just what has just watching the film done for you and improved your game?
It helps me to see the floor better. It helps me to know where I need to be on the floor and what spots I need to be in so I can be able to score easier and more and be able to have my stats to go up more. Uh, it also helps me like if we play a certain team, I know what to do or what plays to make my team go in that direction and to just put in places where they need to be so we can be able to score easy and be able to impact the game more.
Gotcha. I want to go back to your defensive prowess. What I just learned from you that you didn't really watch a lot of film like you do now defensively, but you still just have that innate ability like you do watching film. Cutting off past lanes, no one to finish about to make a certain move. So just saying, what made you just a natural great defender?
Uh, really, just by anything. I mean, I love playing defense. I love defense more than I love offense. So I really have a passion for defense. So I'm doing whatever I can do to get that ball. So for my team to be able to win the game.
It's a want to, man. I heard that a long time ago. Defense is more of just a want to. Really. I mean, it favors the player to be quick, but it's just really about just wanting to do something on the defensive end. But before I throw it back to Naj, man, athletic guard as well. You spend a lot of your time in the gym. You just squat 300 pounds. I see you with the dumbbells. And a lot of basketball players don't hit the gym as hard as you do. So what about going hitting the gym as hard as you do makes you a better player?
I feel like you have to be able to be strong around the court. You don't want to get pushed around or anything like that. So you have to lift hard so you be prepared because it's a lot of big guards out there, but you have to be able to stand your ground and just show them where you come from.
Great answer.
What I want to ask you about, Josiah, you talked about the mental part of your game where it's helped you out a lot since you got the Baldwin, but I want to ask you just the word development. And that's been key, obviously, in your growth and who you are as a player. Talk about that component of your game and just the development overall.
Well, I know when I was at East Lawrence, they will always look at me as a shooter. Well, when I got the Baldwin, he helped me to be able to be a point guard and develop me as being a point guard and not always just shoot the ball, but make plays and stuff like that, and make open shots. Basically doing stuff a point guard does. It's not just a focus on shooting the ball.
Gotcha. So let's break it down a little bit. You talked about that being critical in your development as a point guard. So, like you said, so many guys now just want to shoot, but like we see in the highlight tape, you can orchestrate the offense. You can create for others. Talk about that component of your game as well.
I feel like my game is based off getting others involved. I really don't care too much about scoring. Like I said, I'd rather get my teammates involved and make sure they score for it before I score. That's just how I always been. I've been playing like that ever since.
Got you. Now I want to ask a little bit. Obviously, talking about Patrick Beverly earlier and liking to watch his game. But what's the key in your eyes just to be able to be a pest, to kind of be that defender where you're always in somebody and you just make it tough for them to just do anything?
I feel like being aggressive to defend that aggravates a good offensive player. It makes them not even want the ball anymore during the game, and it just really just messes up the game. It throws them all the way off, and I just love, especially when I get in the game, I want to guard the best player.
100%. Talk about some of your open runs that you had this summer. I heard you play with some great players.
Oh yeah, I played well. Well, I got a great teammate called Chris Demi. If y'all don't know him, he's a really good player. Uh, he's very athletic. He can score when he get ready, and it's good. It's good to play with him. I feel like I got other players like Josiah Grant. He's a great shooter. I got another teammate called Jared. He's real fast. He can score when he get ready to, but he's like a good transition scorer. And I feel like everybody know their role, so we gonna be a great team.
100%. Excited to see you guys. And I want to ask just what advice would you give maybe smaller guards just that are coming up that want to play basketball to the level that you play and want to be successful at this level?
Well, one advice I can give them is to be different. Don't set yourself away from everybody and be a standout.
100%. How elite, how good do you think? I know you talked about state championship, but how good do you think this Baldwin team can be? All you guys as one.
I feel like if we to if we take in what coach is telling us and work consistently every day and come in the mornings and just work and get up shots and work what we need to work on that he have us working on, I feel like we would be a great team and we will win region again like we did last year and possibly get some states and win state championship for sure.
What's been kind of one of your favorite moments? Just learning about yourself, just playing the sport of basketball.
Maybe I could say doing things I never thought I could be able to do in the game by just thinking about me just sitting on the bench and just thinking about the things I can do, or maybe I don't think I can do that, but I just go in the game and try anyway, and it end up going in my favor.
When you at home and let's say you're chilling or you're watching a Peyton Pritchard or you're watching, do you ever visualize like, hey, that'd be pretty cool to do, like before you go on the court and you do it?
For sure, I definitely do.
100%. What do you like watching more? You like the college game or you like more so the NBA?
I like college game. I feel like the NBA game too much 1-on-1. The college game, it help you understand the game more than NBA. You don't learn too much from the NBA, in my perspective.
I agree with you, dude. So, is there any teams or players you like to watch as far as college basketball?
I like to watch Duke. Duke is my favorite team.
We were just speaking about them when you came on. So, a fun question: what do you think about the team this year, man? Obviously, they brought in the Boozer twins. They got Isaiah Evans coming back. Got some top guy. How do you feel about Duke this upcoming year?
I feel like Duke gonna be Duke. Duke is good every year, so what else can we expect?
100%, man. I agree. Talk about a little bit, man. Just showcase. I know you've been to a few before. I know you talked about the ones you have coming up, but just how important are those for you guys in basketball world in terms of exposure, getting coaches on your radar?
I feel like that's very important. You need to don't take that for granted because first your parents are driving you there, and it costs a lot of money. And you just don't take stuff like that for granted because you don't want your parents to feel like they're wasting money or wasting their time.
100%.
I agree. My last one before I throw it to Bacon. What part of your game do you feel like is the most underrated, Josiah? Like people are just sleeping on this aspect of your game that you want to highlight today.
I feel like they don't think they don't think I can, like, you know how people just go out. They think I'm just a stand up shooter. I can dribble, make moves, and I can score and get to the basket when I get ready or hit a jumper. I can do anything I want to do with the ball. I'm just not a stand up. I'm just not a stand up in the corner shooter or stuff like that. I can make shots off the dribble.
100%, man. Just a couple more questions before we let you ride, brother. Like I said, man, I'm sure. Now I just said the same thing. We appreciate you coming on and taking the time. I know a busy schedule. Dribbling the ball with the bag on it, man. I know the real hoopers know, you know what I'm saying? It helps with the field, but you know what I'm saying? How has that helped you, man, in your opinion?
I feel like it helped me control the ball more. It definitely get your ball handles tight. Like dribbling with the ball, it's gonna be hard dribbling with the ball in the bag, but once you take it off, I feel like it really helps you, and you can be able to like handle the ball. Even though like when you get shot and stuff, you'll be able to handle the ball better than you thought you would be able. You might think you about to lose the ball, but knowing you forgot that you trained with the ball in the bag, the ball's still gonna be in your hand.
So you still believe in the bag method? I'm not sure what the new method is, but you still believe in ball in the bag method?
For sure.
All right, for sure, 100%, man. I see you got a lot of Under Armour on your page, man. Tyrese Maxey fan. I'm sure you're a big Cooper Flag fan for whatever reason. But saying, why do you like New Balance over Nike, Under Armour, Adidas? Yeah, those three brands.
You said, why do I like New Balance over Nike?
Or do you not?
I mean, any brand. I mean, a brand is a brand, but I feel like the New Balance gave me an opportunity, and I took the opportunity that was gave to me, and I feel like it helped me get out there more. I got college coaches' attention, and they just really showed me love, and I've just fell in with the New Balance.
All right, for sure. So, what advice would you give this to a player that's watching this, a parent even that's what I'm saying that's having trouble navigating the recruit scene on the high school realm? So, what did you do that's helped you the most, and what would you tell them to do?
I would tell them to keep God first and stay prayed up, and everything will fall in your favor.
All right, man. Let's see. Rapid fire questions, man. What are you doing before pregame, and what are you listening to? I'm saying pregame.
I know it might seem crazy, but I literally don't listen to music at all. I just be locked in for the games. I don't listen to nothing. I just stay locked in and think about what I'm gonna do when I get out there.
Big on the visualization. Okay. What do you eat before a game, or do you play on the empty stomach?
I play on any stand. I do not eat before games.
I like that, brother.
My mom be trying to get me to eat, but I will not eat before games.
Why do you not like to eat before games? You just feel calm?
I feel like I can't play with it just don't feel right for me playing when after I ate and then I try to play it just don't feel right. Like it feel like I'm about to throw up and something like that. Like I can't play full or nothing like that. Or having anything on my stomach.
So from lunchtime to game time, you don't eat nothing.
I ain't gonna eat nothing. I'm just gonna be locked in for the game all day.
That's different. I like that, brother. We already talked about your favorite player. You know what I'm saying? What would it mean to you, brother, to make it to college? What would it mean to not only you, but I'm saying your parents, your mom who supports you?
I feel like it would mean a lot to my parents because we pray about this thing every night. Me and my mom we pray about this thing every night. And I feel like it may seem like this, but sometimes it seems like she wanted better than I do, even though it shouldn't feel like that way. But I feel like I just want to make her proud in that way because I know she want to see me be great as a mom would.
100% wise words, man. I'm going to throw it back to Naj to wrap us up, brother. I appreciate the time again.
Sure.
And then Josiah, last few minutes before we let you go. So I was talking about all the goals for this upcoming season. What for you personally, what do you really want to accomplish? I know you're a very team oriented player, but any just markers or things that you want to hit?
Well, I know two goals I want to reach is to always be remembered. I just want to be remembered as a great player, to be able for somebody to look up to me and want to automate their game after me. And the second goal is to win state. I make it to the Elite Eight every year. I just want to get past the Elite Eight. On top of getting to the Elite Eight, I want to go to the Final Four state.
Yes, sir.
What do you think is the key for you guys to do that as a team, being able to get to those goals?
I feel like everybody have to buy in. It just can't be one or two people. Everybody have to buy in and get with the program so we can do what need to be done.
For sure. Give me one of your craziest games that you've had in your career, in your life.
One of my craziest games is probably, I'll say freshman year when we played Blakely. I played great defense. I brought energy to the team, got steals, was scoring, came all the way back. They was beating us by probably 15. We came all the way back in the fourth quarter. I was going to hit a game-winning shot. My coach called a timeout.
Oh, man.
The game.
That sucks. I know that feeling, too. When you hit a big
I made the shot, too. Everybody was hyped. And that was going to be the game-winning shot, and he called timeout. And that really made me mad. But I really didn't show it because I don't want to show no emotion while I'm on the court. But deep down inside, that really made me mad, bro.
No facts. That make me mad, too. Especially in the game.
Why'd you call the timeout?
Exactly.
100%.
And we ended up losing the game. We lost the game.
Oh.
By 1 point.
Coach. Executed, man. Come on, coach.
Yeah.
No facts. I know it's obviously one game, but just is there a game on the schedule, or just if it's a season opening game? Any games this year you're just looking forward to?
I'm coming to kill everybody. I really don't care. Everybody gonna get it on the schedule. whoever we play, they're gonna get it.
Man, it's coming to kill. And I guess this last question, man, as we highlight your game, just you talk about what you want to kind of be remembered for, but just let's say your basketball career is over. What do you want Josiah Billups to be known as? Like when people bring up your name and they say your name, what would you like them to say?
That's a great question. I would say I want them to say that he impacted the game very well as being as knowing just how to win. Just showing doing everything you could do to know how to win.
Simple as that, man. Well, we're gonna throw it to you. Just anybody you want to shout out, your pops, your moms, anybody that we can or allow or you want to shout out before we let you go.
I want to shout out my mom. I want to shout out my mom and my dad for doing a lot for me because they don't have to do all this, but they really care for me, spend all this money on me for this basketball thing, and letting them know thank you for believing in me because sometimes you might have folks not believing in you, but I feel like I really thank them for believing in me and helping me with my journey and following me with my journey. And also I want to thank Coach Ben for taking me in with the Baldwin program.
100%, brother. We appreciate you sharing that, man. We're gonna be in touch. We're obviously big fans of yours. So if you have any highlights or anything, man, don't forget to tag us, brother. We let it retweet you, man, and try to get you out there more for exposure purposes, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on, Josiah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. All right, guys. There you go. Josiah Billups, man. Appreciate him coming on. I apologize, y'all. Hope Pops don't get too mad. I know he's been in my DM. I don't know why it was blurry, man. We was trying to figure that out. But we did get the highlight tape, so we'll throw that out there, man. Probably share it on our Instagram and excuse me, our X accounts to just throw some more exposure out there for him. But we do apologize for the blurriness. I don't know why we had an interview earlier. It was pretty cool on his end, so I don't know why it showed out blurry like that. So we do apologize for that in advance. But yeah, I agree with LGTV 100%. It is hard to run the car on an empty tank. And I think you gave a great suggestion. Like fruit is really good, especially because it's lean. You can do a little bit of watermelon. That's really good for your intestinal and your gut and stuff. You got to worry about it being too fattening. You know what I'm saying? Cantaloupe, kiwis, you know what I'm saying? Blueberries, you know what I'm saying? Any of that. I agree with you, brother. Put a little something on your stomach. Nothing too crazy. You don't need no big 5-star meal. But you can put a little bit of fruit. You'd be good to go for the game. 100% agree.
Nah, I agree with you, man. So that was two great interviews, man. Y'all get us in the comments, which I thought about. I mean, if you got some guest suggestions, we definitely greatly appreciate that, man. As we transition from high school ball real quick, we get ready to jump into the W, man. We haven't tapped into the W in a minute. Actually, before we get there, we got to talk about Brandon McCoy. Big transfer. Brandon McCoy transfer to Sierra Canyon. This is big. This is per Slams. This is per Slam. Slam Online. Everybody knows the brand Slam. So let's just tap into that, man. Brandon McCoy, in my opinion, number 2 guard in this class, right? But let's say 2 or 3. But I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say 3. I think Caleb holds 2, so we'll put Brandon McCoy at 3, behind behind Stokes and Caleb Holt. So big move to Sierra Canyon. I believe he's from Texas. So Naj, man, when you saw this news, man, just what was your thoughts?
Excuse me. Yeah, I thought it was big news for him. Obviously, Sierra Canyon, he did his thing. You look at his stats and his numbers. Average double figures, right? Nearly double figures. I think it was in rebounds. So, I mean, prolific guard, man. He was catching posters throughout EYBL circuit. He was doing his thing there. He had multiple sessions there. I think he averaged over 20. So the kid is elite, man. I mean, he has a full quartet of a bag. He can score from anywhere on the court. He's a big body. Just have a very polished game at a young age, I think. So a lot of people are interested. Joe Tipton did a post on it. I think it was Michigan, Arkansas, Kansas. All are in the running for him to land him. So major recruit. And then we know the brand of Sierra Canyon. You know what I'm saying? They are one of the top, high school basketball brands in the nation. So be able to go there and play out your last year, get some good coaching before you go off to college, I think it's only going to help his game, man. So obviously big news. We've seen some other news baking. With guards transferring, we know about Caleb Holt, prolific prep. We know about, obviously Nasir Anderson, prolific prep. We've been seeing it all throughout the offseason. So I think it's just a move to just help him put him on a national showcase and continue to refine his game.
Yeah, man. Brandon McCoy's gonna be all right, man. Whatever I'm saying, he's just gonna go there. I guess get some. Just play against better competition, like playing Peach Jam almost every week in a high school basketball setting. But like I said, man, top 3 guard in 2026 class, in my opinion. Prolific prep though, man. Good lord. They did plug 3 Georgia Peaches, Nasir Anderson, Caleb Holt, if you want to throw him as a Georgia Peach. And I can't remember, it's another guard. He played for Long Island Lutheran, Luhi. But it's like three elite Georgia prospects, man. Prolific prep don't win. I think they should play in the just Chipotle National, man. If they don't win National, man, I don't know. They are loaded. But like I said earlier, man, just about the transition, man. Transition to some W. We haven't talked about the W in a minute, but we're gonna talk about Paige Buchers. You know what I'm saying? If you are a Paige fan, definitely light us up in the comments, man. Dropped 40 last week. The highest most points scored by a rookie in WNBA history. First player in the league with 40 plus points on 80% from the field goal. Highest scoring game this year. Paige Beckers. You know what I mean? So what's happening in some of our highlights? I said react to it live. Back it up from the jump. Looking out of the post. Nice fade ball there. That's some Kobe Bryant stuff. And they in LA. Slow walking up the court. Oh, behind the back. Good screen. Hesitation. Lay. That's nice. In and out. Good Lord, girl. Got keep your head on the swivel. Keep your game tight. Crossover. Too much space. The footwork is probably the most slept on thing in her game, man. Just basketball period. But you can finesse somebody by just moving your feet. That's tough to me. Right, English off the glass, get by me, step by Miss Rakia Jackson. Spin again to the post. Footwork manipulation and one. I'm on this one going to keep about 3 more here. Eyeball. Way to keep it on the hip. That's nice. Kelsey Plum on the hip. I don't know how she tripped up. That's 2 points from the free throw line extended. Curl screen there. Rakia on the island. Skip to my loop. Footwork manipulation again. Little drag step. That's just easy. That's tough, brother. So 40 pointers, high scoring game this season. First time in rookie in WNBA history that a rookie has scored that much points. Just I'm saying, what's your thoughts on Paige, man?
Yeah, man, I think it was an impressive performance. I think you see the signs of how good of a player she's going to be in the W. Having a pretty prolific season. It sucks that it hasn't translated to winning, but that's not her fault. They got to surround her with a better roster. But to be being able to have that impact early on, similar to what Caitlin Clark was able to do in the W, I think it says a lot. Definitely has a bright future ahead. I think next year you'll see an even more refined game, for her. Now I know they still got games going on, and obviously in the standings. But when you look at, I think it's the top 12 teams that make it, overall. So probably won't make the playoffs, but like I said, they'll get a top pick, so she'll at least be able to get somebody to go with her and be at kind of that building block, right? We've seen kind of the emergence this year, a little bit of the fever, right? In 2018, they made the playoffs obviously last year, but they paired, Caitlin Clark with obviously Aaliyah Boston, right? Then you got to be able to pair an elite guard with an elite big, similar to what you see in the NBA a little bit. So I'd be curious to see who they're able to snap and kind of pair her with, moving forward to help out her game. But definitely she's been elite so far.
I'm saying, man, who knows? It could be Juju. Could be Juju. Right now, the bottom of the league, definitely bottom of the West Conference, 9-30, right behind the Chicago Sky. But we'll talk about another team out west, number 2 team in the West, the Las Vegas Aces. Ended the game on, I think, a 12-0 run, 15-0 run against the Dream last night. And the Aces is cooking. A'ja Wilson is doing her thing. A lot of question marks at the beginning of the season. Lost a lot, but it seems to still be trucking along, very consistent, man. So just what's your thoughts on the Las Vegas Aces to this point?
Just getting right at getting hot, at the right time. It's a team that was struggling at one point in the middle of the season, but to win 12 straight, put yourself in a good position. They're showing that they could potentially be a contender. And Asia Wilson continues to show that she's one of the best players in the W, or the best player in the W. Game high 34 points for her. 15-0 run in the third quarter really helped them out. And obviously, Wilson has had her 11th, which is a league-leading 11th game of over 30 points this year. Jackie Young, second triple-double. She had 10 points, 11 boards, and 10 assists. So just getting it done all over. They have weapons all over their team, and they continue to be able to beat really good teams. We know the Dream is having one of their better seasons in quite some time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Dream have done a phenomenal job. Winning some big games this year. Still, to me, I was talking to Baldwin Media, been a photographer there on the scene this year, so he's had a close look at them. And I'm saying, to my observation as well, this is a team that still they have slow starts sometimes, man. They get it going sometimes too late, and you can't do that against teams. If you can't do it against Vegas, definitely can't do it against a team like New York. So they did have a win the other night as well. So we'll see how things go. Still very bullish on the Dream. Obviously, the Atlanta team, Brianna Jones, legend, Brittany Griner, GOAT, legend. You know what I mean? Ryan Howard been shooting the cover off the ball. Alicia Gray, the list goes on and on. So we'll keep an eye on the WNBA and especially the Atlanta Dream as the postseason, creeps up, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all for the W. We're going to transition into college basketball. Fun topic here tonight, man. We're going to talk about some of the top sophomores in all of college basketball coming up for the 2026 season. So top 30 sophomores in the league. Tahad Pettiford, no surprise there. The Baron final at 2. Boogie Flan at 3. I might take Boogie over the Baron. Just Boogie was a big game changer for the Arkansas Razorbacks last season. When they were without him, it was a big difference. Came back. It was like night and day. One of the best scorers, if not the best scorers in the sophomore class, man. So let me see. I'm gonna pick up one more standout, and I'm gonna throw it to Naj to get his take as well. Isaiah Evans, though, is at 9, maybe the best one. Didn't see a lot of time last year, so that's my thoughts. That's my top 3. What you think about this list, Naj?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. The name that stands out to me is Jeremiah Wilkinson, obviously formerly of McEachern. He played at Cal. Him coming back home, I think, is going to be something to watch, to be honest with you. Bacon, he's a guy I think with Georgia can really fill it up. They got Jeremiah Wilkins. He should be able to help out their program a lot. Just a prolific scorer. We'll see if he gets a little bit better on the defensive side of the ball, but I seen him score nearly 30 points against Tech. I know Tech didn't have a great year last year, but this is a guy that can fill it up. And I think he ended up being, all ACC or something last year with Cal. So this is a guy that can play and hoop at a high level. So he's one I definitely got my eye on for sure. Zoom Diallo, can he have a better year, for Washington this year? Can he kind of come into his own? So he's another name for me. I'm going to have my eye on, seeing what he's going to be able to do with that program, getting them back to where they were. Then I got to go definitely Boogie Fland, him going to Florida. Like they're going to need his production, right? Because remember, they lost I can't think of his name right now. They lost the guard that got drafted by Utah. Can't think of his name right now. Or Walt Clayton Jr. Yeah. So they need another guard, and then you can say what you want. But Florida had an outstanding offseason, right? To lose all that and to bring what they brought in, Florida's going to be a team to watch in the basketball world. Now I don't know if they'll be as good, but they're going to be. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be a pretty formidable program this year. And then got to go Christian Anderson, man. He might be one of the best shooters that nobody talks about enough, man. Like his, the way he came on last year as a freshman, and now he gets to come back. Texas Tech loses a few pieces. He's going to be one of the main guys for them. He's coming into his own. He looked very polished. I think his scoring ability is going to be on full display this year. I'm sure he's gotten bigger, faster, and stronger. So he's another guy I definitely got my eye on. And then Carter Knox coming back for another year under Coach Cal. Could have went to the league, chose not to, and chose to get some more development. I think is another player who came on late last season that could potentially, kind of knock you in the head a little bit early on. And then you mentioned Isaiah Evans. I just want to see him have a more defined role this year. We know he can ball. We know he can play. We know he's a flamethrower. He's a microwave. Just got to see him on the court. So I'm curious to see what that starting 5 looks like early on for Duke.
Absolutely, bro. It's gonna be crazy. You could really, but I hope whatever it looks like in Durham, I want Isaiah Evans to be in that starting lineup.
Right.
He said a lot last year. When I'm saying nobody really probed, which obviously there's something going on there for the media not to probe too much, because you know what I'm saying probably top 15, top 20 player last year were coming in, and for not to be a lot of probing. Obviously there was something there, but nonetheless, super talented when he got in. Definitely flashed against Tech, I believe in the ACC tournament. So definitely Isaiah Evans, but a couple more names. Mustafa Thiem, if I'm saying his name correctly, is having a big offseason, transferring into the Cincinnati Bearcats. Greenlight Media got to give credit. It's been all over this one. In the open runs, play with Malik Ewing. I know we talked about it on the show, but like damn, they're 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? Putting the ball on the floor, man. Playing the game as a big guard, and as a big guard should. Blocks the ball, shoots the ball well. Kind of like probably a more slimmer Zebo, Zach Randolph. Just with everything that he needed. If he could have a hesitation dribble, shoot from outside, I think that's who Mustafa Thiem is. So that's a sophomore to keep an eye out on. Adrian Woolley, we know what I'm saying, what Louisville's building out there. I think they're going to be a bracket buster again this year. If you still sleep and have a good chance to, I'm saying, give Kentucky hell, give Coach Pope and Kentucky hell this year. Another one, last one I want to shout out is Donnie Freeman. And the whole Syracuse team. You know what I'm saying? We all know Kyan Anthony is coming there. Also, another player come from IMG, had a big year this year with Darius Acuff. That's going to be a special team in the ACC. Not sure how good they will be, but I think they're going to be a contender for the top 5 spot in the ACC. So those are my takes. Naj, if you have anything to add to the top 30 freshmen, who's this per college basketball report? You know what I'm saying, we'll transition one more time, brother. All right. NBA news, man. Ace Bailey. We've been talking about McEachern. We talked about Jeremiah Wilkerson. Got his jersey retired this past Friday at the McEachern North Cobb game. Let's see a report here from Yahoo Sports. Utah rookie Ace Bailey was honored this Friday, having his jersey retired at McEachern High School during halftime. The 19-year-old established himself as a consistent 5-star recruit, became the highest-ranked prospect to commit to Rutgers. Number 2 overall, he was a McDonald's All-American
in skill
and participated in participated in the Nike Hoop Summit. I'm saying, so yeah, like I said, man, Ace Bailey was everything. Maybe the best Indian to come through the school. Here he is right here, you know what I'm saying, being honored at the game during the halftime. Not surprised to see it happen this early, man. We all know what type of player he is, what type of player he was at Rutgers. So nice, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, not a surprise here, right?
No, maybe surprised how early it was, man. I mean, he really just left McEachern, but I think we're going to see those more. You know, when you know a player is special and you know he has that potential, you know, to potentially be an NBA star, why not go ahead and give him the honor now instead of it being older or whatever it may be? You know, do it while it's fresh. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like you said, best Indian to probably come through the program. You know, I think he's going to, emerge himself as a legend. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. That's something he's going to always remember, having his jersey retired, just being on that pedestal, being on that platform. But no, I think the school did it right, do it early, and, give him kind of a memento, man, just to always, be able to cherish just his hard work, everything he was able to just, accomplish in his McEachern career. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I think they did right honoring him and retiring his jersey.
Absolutely. And people forget, didn't play on any major circuit. You know what I'm saying? Did his thing the whole way through.
And yeah, and that's a good point, Bacon. I think that site gets lost a little bit. We always just look for, did this player do this? Did this player play EYBL? Like you said, he was one of the rare few that didn't. Remember, Scoot went, to what was it called? That league they had.
You talking about You talking about the G League Ignite?
Yeah, they're in the G League Ignite. Like he went there. Isaiah Collier obviously went to USC. I don't think he played on the major circuit either, but it was rare to see those top guys playing, you know what I'm saying, on major circuits from that class in general. So I think it was super cool just to see him do it the, I don't want to say unorthodox way, but I guess not as common as we used to see, you know, and just being able to stay in high school because he could have did another route. He could have went to a top high school. I mean, McEachern is a top high school, but I'm saying he could have went to a national high school, you know, and played national ball. McEachern does that as well. I'm just saying, when I say national, I mean playing on ESPN consistently. That's what I'm talking about. But he chose to get out the mud and make a name for himself.
I'm saying, man, I know everybody in Chattanooga it should be celebrating, you know what I'm saying? The kid from Chattanooga, Tennessee, man, made it big down here in Powder Springs. Is now going to be a son of Salt Lake City playing for the Utah Jazz, man. But another banger, man. Again, get at us in the comments. This is a banger question. Will Ace Bailey be the best player to come out of the Marietta era in the last 3 or 4 years, to keep it simple? So
I mentioned other names.
Scoot Henderson, Isaiah Collier, and who was it? Scoot Henderson, Isaiah Collier.
Ace.
Say it again, brother.
Ace.
Yeah. And Ace Bailey.
It's tough to say, man. It's so early in their careers. I mean, it's hard. I mean, Collier came on late last season, was making a little bit of a run for it. Obviously, with the Rookie of the Year, we know Stephon Castle won Rookie of the Year. He's from Newton area. Obviously, he ain't from Marietta, but a Georgia talent nonetheless. You know, Bailey has everything he needs at his disposal. How quickly does he transition to the NBA game is the big question, right? How consistent can he be with his jump shot? How consistently can he be with shooting at a higher percentage? You know what I'm saying? Defending at a high level consistently on the floor, right? Scoot's taking him some time. We know Dame came back, obviously, to Portland. You know, how do they mesh? Can he be one of those guys dependable every single night? It's hard for me to say, man. I think if you give me a year, we come back and revisit this conversation, I can have a more clear answer for you. But
Well,
right
just
now,
off the upside, like when you see like the intangible, like who do you think is gonna be the best player when it's all said and done?
I mean, you have to go ace just off intangibles. I mean, like he has the body, the 6'8", 6'9" build, lengthy wing, probably turn into a really good defender, you know, elite scorer. Intangible wise, lucky it'll be him, but Collier could be a guy that, you know, carves out a 10 to 15-year career as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're going off upside, you gotta say Ace Bailey. When it comes to Scoot Isaiah Collier, I don't know yet. A lot of people are quick to forget what he did on the G League Ignite level, playing against Victor Wembanyama. Probably still, in my opinion, his best performance on camera outside of high school, right? But even maybe still on high school on camera. Just did a lot. I remember he did like a crossover hesitation between the legs, step back over Wembanyama, 3-point shot. So I know Scoot has had a slow start in NBA, kind of, you know what I'm saying, got warmer towards the end of the season, but he'll be a name to watch this year, and which is another reason why I got the Trailblazers making the playoffs, brother. It's funny how it all keeps coming back around, bro. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm bullish on Scoot Henderson. There's no secret, man. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the last topic of the night. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. I think we got up to 80 on everything from going live. People tagged it on YouTube. A lot of people active on YouTube, on Najas. Big deal. You know what I'm saying? Dylan, he tapped in. My guy, appreciate you tuning in on IG, brother. Trucker Jordan tapped in. Interviewed him last night. You know what I'm saying? A lot of love on all the platforms. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, we're here 2 days a week, really 3 to 4 now with college football tapping in. I'm gonna let Naj tell everybody about the college football show we got coming in, starting tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. I know people's gonna be out under the Friday night lights, but come home, tap into us, man. So I'm gonna let you. The floor is yours, brother.
Yeah, man. So me and Bacon, we're not gonna be at the game tomorrow. We will be at home watching the Colorado versus Georgia Tech game. As you guys know, it is a Friday night kickoff, so we'll have a reaction. We're not gonna do too long on this one, man. Probably a max about 30 to 40 minutes. But as soon as the game over, we're gonna go live, recap, give our thoughts, give our analysis, man, and just give our overall synopsis of the game. We usually go on TikTok live on Friday. Talking about Georgia high school football. We'll be back at that next week. But this week, that is what we're going to do just to recap that game. And then Saturday, we will have our college football recap show with SB Prod. He's ready to do it. So that will be fun. We're going to do 11:30. I think all games should be done around that point.
Most games kick off about 7:30. So we'll play it by ear. If it goes off a little bit early, like 11, when most of those games are done, we'll do. But we're going to do it before the West Coast games kind of kick off. You know what I'm saying? And do our little bit of a recap show. Then just talking about the biggest action, biggest moves, everything that happened in college football. You know, so that'll be every single Saturday. We'll have different times, like I said, just depending on how it goes. Sometimes I'll be at the games at 3:30, but nonetheless, I should still be back in time to always do the show, barring any night games Georgia Tech gets. But barring that, I should be pretty good to go. So we're excited for that, and we'll see, man. We're trying to still work out the schedule. We like our Monday shows became a hit, so we have fellas on. We do them for about an hour and 30 minutes, and then we have a guest afterwards. So that show's kind of become longer now, with just how busy we got, how much staying, and how much people are tuning in. So we might have to do. We love to interview players too for football, so might have to do them on like a Tuesday or Wednesday or something. Throw that in there. Just trying to keep the platform growing because Bacon's growing a lot. I'm growing a lot, but just trying not to tire ourselves too, but also trying to stay in the loop with the motion because the motion is kind of high. So we just want to keep y'all informed with that. Make sure, as always, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys join the channel for Bacon. Join my channel for perks. Like I said, y'all help and support us. Only a couple dollars a month, man. But like I said, it is free, man. If y'all can like and subscribe and share, that does a lot for us, man. But we will see y'all tomorrow night for the obviously Georgia Tech versus Colorado recap show. But we'll see y'all then. Hope y'all enjoyed this Hoop podcast. We'll have another one next Thursday, talking with more players, and I'm sure having more great guests on the show. Till then, enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.
Peace and love.